We've been waiting for more information about the upcoming DLC, the Sultans Ascend for AoE4, and we finally have it. Release date, more than just 2 new civilizations, the price, campaigns. It's going to be huge, so let's dig through all this new news. If you want to stay up to date with AoE4 action, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. So you see we've got this beautiful new trailer. We know that the Byzantines are coming to the game. Oh my gosh, look at that. We'll pause this back up in a second. Look at the Japanese. We're going to have that. And you thought 2 civs were good? Well, you better hold on to your hat because we've got 4 variant civilizations in addition to the 2 new Byzantine and Japanese civilizations for a total of 6 civs. This is the biggest expansion the game has ever had. Look at that, flamethrower rams! Absolutely crazy. So let's go through what we know so far. So release date, you're probably wondering, November the 14th. Mark your calendar for that because it's going to be an Age of Empires party. That's when all this is going to be coming out. And if you're wondering, what's it going to cost? Well, it's going to be $14.99. Now, this is US dollars, so you'll have to type that in Google if you want to convert it. But that's going to be the price for the expansion. I say 15 bucks for 6 new civilizations. And it's more than just new civilizations, 10 new maps, 2 new biomes, and a new 8 mission campaign. And it looks like it's going to be, from what they've explained here, going to be the Middle East during the Crusades. So you'll take the role of the Muslim resistance, the invasion fought through well-known Muslim leaders, the struggles with the Crusaders. So that's kind of what we thought from seeing some of the images from before. And we've got some beautiful new images to dig through here in addition to the footage from that video. So let's see what we've got. So the first image you're going to see here, I'm going to pause this. Take a look at this. So we've already seen this one. This is the Japanese, right? We've seen this from the page. We've seen this one on the Steam page as well. But this one is new. Look at that. This looks like some kind of cavalry landmark of a sort. So, and you see some horses standing outside like it's a stable. So I'm going to assume this isn't a landmark. That is probably going to be for producing some horses. Of course, for the Byzantines, you got to assume it's going to be their horsemen or the cataphracts or something like that. And yeah, that's probably just another sight into one of our landmarks we haven't seen before. But let's go look at this video once again and break down a few of these images. Especially, we saw the flamethrower. Did you guys see that flamethrower ram? It's going to be crazy. So you know you're going to be playing as the Sultans fighting against the Crusaders. Let's look at some of those in-game images. So there we go. Take a look at this. So we've seen some cav horses, right? Some horsemen, horse archers rather. And these aren't Rus, right? So this is actually absolutely showing. Look, looks like Abbasid looking architecture here with some horseman type units. So we're gonna have some kind of cav archers for sure. Let's look at this image here. That looks like stuff we've already seen. We've got some French knights in there. We've got some archers, some French boats. Nothing stands out from the ordinary there. And then, of course, we're going to see some images of our beautiful Byzantines. There's that beautiful purple flag. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Now, this kind of almost looks like the screenshot we saw from earlier, but at a different angle. But look at those beautiful aqueducts. We're not sure exactly what they're going to do, but right, we've got these cisterns here with water. You see them on the perimeter. Maybe it's something to boost the walls. They have built them on the outside. I've been wondering if it's something maybe that'll boost their eco. Who knows exactly how they're going to work. Of course, we see some of their landmarks here, some of their unique buildings. You can actually see that stable landmark we just talked about off there in the distance. And looking at some of these units, it's what we've seen from our other screencasts, but just really beautiful looking civilization here for the Byzantines. Here's a close-up look at their farms. Look at that. Those are definitely trees. Those look like olives to me. Look at them. They look like black. And I believe like this is the color you can have with olives. We've got our houses in the background, villagers working. And then we've got the Japanese. There's their flag. And look at that. These just giant armies here. Look at this beautiful structure here in the middle of their base. And a very thing that really stood out to me, in addition to, like, you can see those units, but check it. Look at this. Look what they're doing. They're dropping off stone and gold to, like, what is that? It looks like a house at first glance. But then look at this. These guys are farming right next to, again, what looks like a house or a shrine or who knows what. So these look like they have some different drop-off points. Look, they haven't even built it right next to the gold, but you see them dropping stone and gold. Like, this is maybe just how the mining camp looks like for the Japanese. But this is certainly not a mill-looking structure. but they're definitely a food drop-off point. So that's going to be something to keep your eye on as we go forward here. And then we got, look, 2 new civs for variant civilizations, and they called out in their post that that's going to include variants of the civs we already have. So what is that going to mean? Like, is that going to be like an English offspin? Is it going to be Delhi with different elephants? Or who knows what it's going to be? But they very specifically say they're different civilizations. And I almost wonder, is like, you know, we've had civilizations that represented like larger groups of people. Is this going to give opportunity where now we can take some of what have been civs that have been classified as larger regions in the past, or maybe in other Age of Empires games, and maybe now we can have, you know, the flavoring of maybe the smaller tribes or the smaller, you know, communities or you know, whatever it might be, making up the Mongol Empire or whatever it could possibly be. So I'm very excited about the variant civilizations. We've got here some Japanese. You can see they're archers. Those look like samurai there. And look at this. They've got banners you got sword banners here. We've got, I mean, that looks like some kind of like archer. So I don't know if these are like bannermen specifically, or if this is just how their units look as they're upgraded. They look pretty sweet with those banners. You'd imagine probably have some kind of effect on them. And then we've seen this before, the sieging there of the wall. We've got just some units fighting out in the action there. It looks like Japanese against Byzantines here. If you see that, the samurai unit up here. Look, he's got like a dragon on his head up against this Byzantine. Now look at that! Oh my gosh, if you click the video, it's because you saw this thumbnail. Like, holy smokes, we've got flamethrower rams. Flamethrower rams. Okay, so let's see. Byzantine flamethrower ram. Let's see what we can find out here. So Greek fire, we've seen that before. Let's take a look at this. Incendiary weapon used by Eastern Roman Empire AD 672 to set enemy ships on fire. But this doesn't exactly show like a fire ram here per se. So I think this is the Greek fire. I'm going to learn more about what this specific unit exactly is. But man, oh man, is that pretty sweet. Look at that thing. And then look at that big Japanese army moving into battle. Of course, they're using some the triangle formation here, of course. But man, so much information. November 14th is going to be the date. Make sure you call off work, get your doctor's note ready, whatever it's going to be. We're going to have new maps and stuff too. And as I understand it, this is going to be, they're going to sell this DLC, right? $15, but even if you don't have the DLC, you can play against the DLC civs. Now, not exactly fun to be playing against civs that you can't play yourself, right? But it's not going to split their player base. If you're worried that, like, oh, if I don't have the Japanese, am I going to be able to still play my base game against my friends who maybe do have the Japanese and the Byzantines? That's exactly how they've done it for other Age of Empires games as well. So now, does that mean it still might be something you want to get? I mean, you're probably going to want to. Look at this beautiful image there. Nothing really particularly new, but there's that fire we've seen once before. But there it is, guys. We've got November 14th, the Sultans Ascend, coming to Age of Empires 4, and you can bet I've got 6 civilizations to make strategy guides for. I'm going to be pumping out so much content for you. You can go cancel your YouTube TV subscription, your HBO subscription. All you're going to need is your subscription to FitzBro. Click the button below. Let me know in the comments how hyped you guys are and what else you maybe saw in these trailers, and we'll be watching for more news. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.